When it comes to gaming, innovation is something gamers crave. I mean, mechanics, scenery, music, just different than what we're used to. And some games that stuck out to me were Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and A Way Out. One of them showed us a different way to play single player, but with two characters. And then A Way Out was a unique way of split screen gaming. And that's carried over once again to It Takes Two. What's up, folks? My name is Tanner, and today we're going to dive into It Takes Two, the newest co-op platformer that quite a few people are talking about. If you enjoy this video, why not subscribe? Is It Takes Two worth $40? Well, I'm about to tell you. It Takes Two is centered around a couple, Cody and May, who are having issues in their relationship, so they decide to get a divorce. They've kept it a secret from their daughter for quite a while, and it's time to tell her. And when that time comes, she takes two dolls that she's made from clay and casts a spell that transports the parents' bodies into the dolls, forcing them to overcome challenges together so they understand that overcoming things is a team effort. Now, I had no clue what I thought this story was going to be about, but this was not it. A little girl doing some voodoo to help her parents out? But for real, this is such a huge deal with tons of families, so the devs touching on the topic and how they did it, it's just a heartwarming story that I found to be masterful and touching. Of course, it all wasn't heartwarming. You had those saddening moments. And then you also had your comedic relief, who was the Book of Love, and that was the person putting Cody and May through the trials, forcing them to cooperate with each other. And then we had the development between Cody and May, and that was honestly some of the best character development that I've seen, and we get to experience that for about 30 hours here. I mean, this story is truly something to rave about. Before we dive into the gameplay, it's important to note that this game is not made for matchmaking. You either have a friend who has this game or a free family member to game it with you. This was all gamed by me and my sister, so whatever it matters, I'm on the right side of the screen and she is on the left side. This game, however, does include a friend pass, so you can pick one friend to play with so they don't have to buy it. Alright, so the gameplay here, it's one of the most diverse gameplays I've ever been able to lay my hands on. I mean, platforming is more than just jumping pits here and there. It all depends on the mission you're currently devoted to. It's because Cody and May have different abilities / equipment in every level, so how you handle each situation presented to you differs per level. Some of them May will be platforming upside down while Cody isn't. Another one, you're flying a fidget spinner, or my favorite, Cody flies a plane, and then the game turns into Street Fighter for May as she battles an enemy on top of the plane's wings. Now, the plethora of gameplay mechanics here on paper would probably sound sickening and too much. And it's true, because some games can't handle that much, but this game truly nails every single style it throws at you. So in simple, for the platforming, it's some of the best I've, and I think you'll ever encounter, because you never get bored. I mean, this game doesn't allow you to. And if somehow you do get jaded, then you might want to check your pulse, because you might just be a cadaver. Combat isn't really a focus in this game. It's there in a good bit of the missions, but it's really used for boss battles. And just like the missions I spoke of, do not try to get used to how one boss is handled for the next one. It's not going to be the same gameplay. One, you're on a boat shooting cannons. Another, your style is set to dungeon crawler. Now you're fighting as a warrior or a mage. It's just so different. Now, the other thing neat about this game is the mini games. Every level has a couple mini games for you and your partner to compete in. Now, some of my favorites were a Guitar Hero type game where you had to press the right buttons in a beat, or tug of war. All of these mini games can be accessed through the menu after you participated in them. Now, this gameplay is immense. It's one that takes a daring path where the risks are overwhelming, the genre is done wrong. I mean, the list goes on and on, but the devs at Hazelight are some extremely talented people. If they were to say to me that this game was to prove that they could do it all, well, they did it all, and in the best way they could. This was some of the best gameplay I've experienced. And of course, above all, it's a platformer that is fun as hell, but every other genre they added in here is truly the topping on the cake. Now, the design for the game is remarkable. It reminded me a lot of Grounded, but better. And trust me, that's good. Now, granted, it's two different art styles. I still would prefer this over Grounded. The graphics has some true eye-popping moments with nice, vivid colors. The soundtrack is perhaps one of my favorites this year. It's uppity when it needs to be, and the other times it becomes quite somber. As for the voice acting and sound, everything was above the bar I had set for this game. So, here's some clips of the overall design.
I got this! I believe! Yeah, we need to find her.
Oh, yes, I know we look like dolls, but we're actually her parents.
I know who you are. Nothing escapes my lenses. Look.
What, in here? All right, okay. Let's see, Oh! 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 I look dead! Am I dead?
You're not dead.
Oh.
To me, It Takes Two is worth at least the $40 they're asking. I would gladly pay $60 for this game and be pleased. This has to be one of my favorite games this year, if not my favorite. And I'm kind of somewhat biased because I love A Way Out and Brothers. And of course, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is one of my top tier games due to just how unique it was. This is a must play, whether it's with your spouse, your kid, hell, even your dog. I don't care. Get this and play it. That's all I got, folks. If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe? Till next time.